Thank you so much for staying tuned. For the lovers of this show, I know that you listen very carefully to our intro, and indeed we have told you that we most likely most definitely will bring you green biosphere, copyright laws, creative economy. However, our Villa Square today has been, a major focus, and it has taken up a chunk of our time. I am sure you know that it's something that we ought to discuss at this time. So we want to assure our listeners that most definitely those segments will be aired at a later date. And right now we go straight into our new segment. And so here is our culture, technology, festivals, travels, hospitality, music, movies, brown water economy, and sports tourism, supported by Cre8tive Ventures Limited. Edited by Frank Mickey. The demand for dollars has gone gaga, with the central bank funneling about 250 million United States dollars to bridge the gaps in keeping the Naira exchange values stable. Experts had earlier predicted a dollar boom with an expected diaspora spending during the festival season, which seems to have turned into the headwinds, with Nigerians and most corporate organizations taking their holidays and shopping recreation needs outside the country, thus eroding the significant Naira exchange gains to the dollar. Meanwhile, the controversial Museum of West African Arts in Edo State seems to have defied efforts to keep it off public radar, with the Edo State government insisting to bring the anti-graft agency, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to herd the former governor, Godwin Obaseki, to come clean concerning the deal. Edo State government says it would formally make a case against Obaseki after it has concluded investigations on a hospital swing, Radisson Hotel, also linked to unexplainable deals linked to the Obaseki era. And let's go up north, where the Kano State Governor, Abba Kabir Yusuf, has inaugurated a special security task force focal to nipping in the bud any security threats emanating from all motor garages and parks in the state. The task force would keep eagle eyes surveillance on all entry and exit areas in Kano, gather intelligence and coordinate all security strategies within areas identified as vulnerable to security challenges. And in other news, about 23 million Nigerians are yet to be connected to the national telecoms ecosystem. Bosun Tijani, the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, says that the gaps would be addressed through the deployment of 3,700 new telecoms towers to communities and other underserved areas across the country. And to enable businesses to grow, employ more people, and expand operations, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, would slash corporate income tax from 30% to 25%, totaling a forfeiture of 1.4 trillion naira by government from corporate tax as from next year. A chief magistrate court in Akwa Ibom State has set free a masquerade on bail after appearing in full regalia of Ekpo masquerade on allegations of disturbance to public peace and terrorism-related charges. The masquerade's lawyers argued that the charges failed to meet the sound legal ecosystem, as the case is of cultural perspective only. Akwa Ibom State Governor Pastor Umo Eno recently signed an executive order banning masquerades in the state, a development which is gradually assuming an affront to the centuries-old culture of the people, particularly among the Anang, Ibibio, and Efik nations of the state. Cultural tourism enthusiasts believe and so advise the governor to target individuals who infringe on people's rights rather than the blanket ban, which in itself is an overreach to cultural rights of the people to publicly show off their traditions and culture. Certainly, this is not the last that we will be hearing about the ban on Ekpo masquerade in the state. It's a state that is set to open its holiday and cultural tourism market to the world. Well, that's our news this morning. we would have loved to, entertain some comment on this. Although I think that very last piece of news has a lot to do with, what we have been talking about on our Villa Square. And so I'm just going to throw the microphone open in the next 1-2 minutes to our panelists to just react, and give us your final words, as we wrap up the show this morning. I'll start with you, Okori.
Well, thank you, Bumi. What I have is that we, as a country, have the opportunity to build our tourism and to build the Nigeria as a destination. We should not miss it. So we need to go back to the drawing board and then review everything forensically and put the proper structure in place for this market that we're now having to grow. We might not have the opportunity again. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That was nice and brief. Segun, final words on this.
Okay, thank you so much once again. Like Okore said, this is an opportunity for us to grow our tourism sector. Not just the tourism, the travel, the aviation, road, then even the tourism, like I said earlier. I was checking online. I discovered that the tourism sector has only 3.6% contribution to the GDP.
Wow.
It shows that there are several unexplored avenues that we still have, not just in Lagos, in Nigeria, and across everywhere in the country. This is an opportunity for us to build them. When we go outside the country, even Dubai has nothing, but everybody is going to Dubai. They want to go and explore Dubai. Everything you have there is artificial. So not to talk of a country like Nigeria that has most of our tourist sites, they are natural, and they are something that we can be proud of. So we need to make it more organized. We need to increase on security. We need to increase about to look at everything that will make it more sustainable for us, so that Nigeria too can be reckoned with when it comes to festivals, tourism, even travels in general. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And finally, Yusuf, your last words.
Yeah, I think what I would just say is that we need to put framework to our festivals, and we need to build our holiday market to last longer. We should think about Nigeria first. That should be our workshop. We should have a national reorientation. Anything we are doing, we should think about the economy of the country. We should think about the country, and also we should think about those who are coming behind us.
The next generation, absolutely. I agree completely with you. Frank, final words from you.
From all you have heard, Bumi, but the sum of it is that we need to own our country, we need to own the industry, we need to own what belongs to us. And because Nigerians don't own it, Nigerians don't own, they're yet to own it, and that's why there's this problem. That's why there's no structure, there's anything. So until we own it, for instance, in Akwa Ibom, how could a governor going to ban something owned by the people? If do you understand? You don't ban masquerade.
That's part of the identity.
So that identity of the people is their culture. You don't ban it. So you want people to own something, then you need to give it back to them. So and they can protect it. When they own it, they protect it. And because they don't own it, that's why I'm saying, this kind of scenario that we're having today. And honestly, and that's why we continue. Do you know why we don't even get good budgetary allocations and funding, international and local people coming in here, is because nobody owns it. Okay? Until Nigerians own it, people can then come and say, since they own it, we can support.
It has to be properly gazetted.
It has to be properly done.
Properly gazetted. Lovely panel discussion today, I must say. I want to believe that our listeners also have had the very best of times on this show today. Next week, Thursday, you all know, will be Christmas Day. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. But yeah, we want to just leave you with the music of Na Boy. That's Onwa December. So enjoy. We'll see you same time next week. That's same station, Mainland 98.3 FM. Keep listening. Programming continues after this.
That's why no shade flower. Whoa, oh my love,
Eminent music.
How about You dey spend money, them things say we be GEE boys. Try to mess with me, I got you CEE sauce. If you dey owe me, you go pay. I know be Dangote. I don't give 21 week, make it no pass out today. For this journey, it's very funny. But don't worry, don't give up, cause joy is coming. Put your worry away, drop off for sock away. DJ Yemeku, Kaibawa December. Oh, December, Lulu ego. Now who get money, I go call Chamo. Oh, December, Lulu ego. Oh, if you be too fine, I go spoil am. My brother, December, don't call me, oh, December. December to remember, anything as nothing, champagne and nothing. Me and my amigos, we go drink plenty Casamigos. Girl, I want to dance with you tonight. I place no one above you cause you fine. I give you all the finest things of life. I bless the day we met cause you are mine. You are my girl, you.